Yo dudes, we're in the car. We're at the place that I'm not going to tell you where we are. And we're going to do some covert operations, right babe?
Yeah.
Because we ended up not getting to stay in that motel as long as we thought we were going to. So we have to do some covert cooking like we've done in the past.
Yeah, improvising.
Is this a parking space? I think it is, isn't it?
We're not going to be like really all that covert, not covertness, but because we can't be. Because
it's right in the middle of the whole damn world. But we're hoping
somehow,
that everybody's...
that adds to our mystique, I guess, our mystique.
Well, I read this book once that if you want to be famous as an artist, go be dramatic all over the place. And I'm like, that's bullshit. Fuck that. Yeah. That's so inauthentic. But we authentically go and do that. We're not trying to
really
be anything other than what we are.
Doing this clandestine, like, cooking, if we had a kitchen to go with cooking.
Right on. We'd be fucking... Even if we didn't have a kitchen, if we just had an outlet inside. Even if we had an outlet in this car. We don't have one.
Like, we can, you know.
Yeah, we're not just doing this to get attention.
And then when you're out here on, like, the public plaza cooking your dinner, I guess the best thing to do is just, you know...
Cook it up right and film it. Film it.
Yeah, we're cooking our dinner.
We were gonna cook.
Wouldn't you, if you were out here?
Should I tell them?
You had dinner and there was a plug and you had a skillet, wouldn't you cook your dang dinner?
Hell yeah, they would. And they'd try to do it covertly so as to not draw attention to themselves because, hey, let's go look in there and see if we can still get in there. They should be closed by now, but if they forgot to close it, then we can go in there and cook inside.
Just go cook in there.
But should I tell them where we were gonna cook it and the whole conversation we've had around that?
Yeah.
Okay, we were gonna go to the Friendship Club and cook our food in the microwave there, which is really hard because it's a really, really low wattage microwave, right, babe?
Yeah, it takes like 3 minutes to heat a cup of coffee.
Right.
And we had a cup of coffee, then we had a cup of soup, then we had a cup of gravy. And we had a plate full of quesadillas, and we had a cup of mashed potatoes.
Corn chowder.
Yeah, so we had
a lot of stuff, and some soup. Did we mention the soup?
I don't think we even mentioned the soup.
Yeah.
Gosh.
And we're starving to death, so thank goodness we stopped and ate some cranberry pineapple nut bread that they were giving away at the Friendship Club the other day.
Yeah.
We took a whole loaf, thank God.
Whoever did that, whoever made that stuff, thank you. That was
Thank you. We got everybody nature and gratitude.
That's all we had to eat.
It was sitting there, and we're like, "Oh, okay, hell yeah, we'll take that." And but we were gonna go back and cook all our food, but when we got there, they weren't open. They have weird hours, don't they, babe?
Yeah.
And so they weren't open. And I'm like, well, how about we just cook it in the skillet? Be careful, babe, because of that stuff on your lap.
Thanks, babe.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm like, let's just cook it in the back of the building on that outlet back there. And my baby's like, well, the owner's in there. I don't want to. We make him uncomfortable already.
We make people uncomfortable.
So
we sort of do. I mean, so what? But I don't know.
We make people uncomfortable. That's not necessarily our fault, but we do care, and that's what I was thinking, that we don't want the Indian man to feel uncomfortable. We aren't out trying to make people uncomfortable. We're trying to cook our supper the day after Christmas when
See, we're actually being very
Need Indeed was closed down. We drove there, they didn't have any food.
Here, where we're going to be out of people's way, and what, do people think that just because you live in your car that you're not allowed to have electricity?
That you're never allowed to cook hot food, that you have to drink your soup out of the can? Food. And you know what? Warm food is pleasant. Yeah. So we've got some dried potatoes, not dried, but fake potato, dehydrated potatoes, powdered potatoes, some corn chowder that a lady gave my baby when he was busking. That was really cool. And some soup and gravy. We mixed the soup in with the gravy so we could have both at the same time and pour it over the rest of the food. We're not horribly picky. We just want really hot, piping hot food if we can get it.
I'm thinking of just popping on out there and setting it out there and plugging it in and starting to warm it up. And
well, let me take the camera, but I was going to tell him that when I drove around to look at that outlet, I saw that the Friendship Club has a camera pointed out over their parking lot, and I was kind of pissed. I was like, what the fuck? And we talked about it for about an hour now, and I finally came to the conclusion of how I feel about it. The Friendship Club is there to support the citizens of this country, you know, the citizenry, the common person, and they shouldn't be, you know, acting on behalf of the oppressors at all, surveying or surveilling their own clientele, calling the cops, stuff like that. That should be a very, 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 very last resort, I believe. You know, that's how I felt out at the college too. But then, you know, they have cameras all over the college, and when we brought our camera in there, Chris, especially the security guard, got really uncomfortable about that. Really, actually, kind of angry and upset. And I argued, no, it's right. We're doing the right thing. And I'll explain to you now why we're doing the right thing. Because Chris never asked us if they could stick like 90,000 cameras in the students' faces out there.
Right, all over the place, everywhere you go.
Everywhere you go, except for maybe on the toilet. On the toilet, you're probably safe, but everywhere, like going in and out of the bathroom and everywhere else, they've got cameras on you. And we've stopped and like made motions at the cameras, did little dances for the cameras and stuff, right, babe?
We did.
And we brought our own cameras on there, on that campus, and it was the administrators, the staff people, the people who, you know, are being paid to oppress us, like the security guards and the administrators and those people, bizarre. And they get upset when we bring our own cameras to document what they're doing, because what they're doing is like violating the citizenry of the country, not the opposite. We're just going, hey, we're a couple of people who have been banished from the college now as a result of doing this. Right. And we've got a camera, we're gonna like videotape what you're doing. And I don't know if they found out after the fact, or we didn't say, hey, we've got our videotape, we're filming you. No, we don't have a t-shirt that says smile, you're on camera. But we have our cameras, and they do know, at some point they figured out along the way, maybe when we had the cameras sticking in their faces, that we're videotaping it. Not videotaping, but filming it.
Right.
Did that make sense? Why
totally.
It's okay for a common citizen to go in and document the abuses of power by institutions, federally funded, probably institutions. Since when is a community college not federally funded, huh?
It's just bizarre to think that you could
or state funded or public funded.
Like if they took us to court, they'd be like, whoa, we'd be like, what evidence do you have that we were carrying a camera? And they'd be like, we got it on camera. And what the fuck?
Right. So that's the point. And then the cops come with cameras on their lapels, and somehow when they're shooting black people, oh, there's a security guard, we better turn this off. When they're shooting black people, they somehow don't have the lapel cameras on. But when they're arresting black people or white people or any people of any color at all, they've got it all full blast on their little lapel cameras. Okay. Come on, be cool to
us. They do
like every 10 minutes.
Actually, which tells me when they drive away, I'm gonna hop out there and zap our
plug
food
in
on like full heat.
Plug it in for.
And go get it.
So this is where we are. We're not going to tell you where we are. We are in Santa Fe, New Mexico. It is December 26th, 2016 at a little after 5. It's almost 6 p.m. And let's see where the security guard is. Some people are leaving and stuff.
Going out behind us. They just drive in circles. Probably do that like for hours and hours and hours, and that's
their job. But, well, again, security guards are there to keep and survey the public citizen. how about if we go take this camera and go set it and hook it up in Governor Martinez's office? You think that would go over well, huh?
Probably not.
What if
I thought you were going to say just follow the security guard around and film everything that he does.
Yeah, but if he knew about it, he'd get offended. Right. But if he didn't, he wouldn't know to get offended.
What if he did know about it and he did it anyway?
Then it would be just like, well, they're not doing that to us here, but they are surveilling us with the security guards, hun.
Right.
So, they're, in other words, the common citizen is used to it, so used to it that my baby said, well, it's a common practice for us to be filmed everywhere we go. Well, besides ourselves, filming ourselves, you guys, he means out in the world. And I'm like, well, just because something's common doesn't make it right, you know, and he agrees, but it is also very common. Why does it bother us? Why are we even conscious of it anymore? Well, because we probably should be conscious of the, you know, powers that be, whoever the fuck they are, I don't even know anymore, are filming everything we do and then using it against us, hon. That's the point. It wouldn't matter if they filmed everything we do if we paid no negative consequences for it.
I'm not going to be able to quite put the lid over this.
Okay.
Kind of like that. And I think I'll just go put it out there, baby. Let us start
plug it in, okay? I'm going to come out there with you. It's freezing cold, dude, so... Oh, is that where it plugs in? There's another outlet here, hun.
Yeah, that'll work.
That made the tree blink, hun. How about you plug it in here?
Okay.
Okay, cool. Sorry, love. Because that way we won't fry out anybody's Christmas trees or anything.
Okay.
After this, we may sit here and charge our battery. Okay, let's show them. I'll show them. And here we've got potatoes, corn chowder, and soup with gravy mixed in it. So we've got it on full blast. So we can wait in the car if you want.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Less attention to it too.
Go out and get it all
Cool.
stir.
It is cooking, dude. So the spoon is... I don't know where the spoon is. Is it in there?
Yeah, it's sticking out.
Not
sticking
with
out.
the plastic where
Right,
it could get
the
cooked.
handle's
Okay.
sticking out, so
Cool. So,
I think Lena wants a drink.
So the question is it all right for the government and its citizens to survey the citizenry and, like, well, it reminds me of, like, something out of They Live, or, I don't know what, all these movies are about that stuff. And why are people so quick to adapt to it and accept it and let it become so normal, you know?
Oh, what's that?
That's our
That's the
hot sauce in our mugs. But I don't know. For me, it bugs the crud out of me that I'm sitting in a parking lot and there's a camera on me, and that at any point in time, like, remember when we drove over that toll thing?
Yeah.
And we didn't have $5, and we told the lady we don't have $5 to give you to get across this bridge. We got here on accident.
Yeah, and then I remember the ticket that they said it was toll evasion. Like, we weren't evading.
We didn't evade a toll. We evaded the road we were supposed to be on accident. But they did take a picture of our tag and mail us that $75 ticket. Oh my gosh, there's a dog running loose out there. $75 ticket in the mail. It came a couple months later, and it's like they took a picture of our tag, hun.
Right.
like they had some sort of a camera out there. I didn't see a place to even hang a camera, hun. Did you?
Who knows where that camera was?
Well, here's somebody coming this way, hun.
Must have been in a
damn it,
pretty strategic place. I think it's okay, baby.
Okay, I hope so. I'm
left alone.
Pointing the camera up at that one bulb.
And the dog.
Yeah, hi.
And they just kept going. Oh no,
they're just throwing something away. And they're walking right past our dinner. And I hope that dog is like, where'd that dog go?
There goes the dog. Okay, we're right by it.
Good.
Yeah.
God. You guys, we have it hard. We have it very, very difficult. If we were back in that motel room, we wouldn't have to even worry about cameras. There might be cameras on us out here. I'm not worried about that.
Nah,
but
you know, the funny thing is like, I'm guessing there's no, like, actual law against this or anything, but people would just be, it's that old thing where
it's not normal.
Out of the ordinary
it's out of the ordinary. It's not normal.
Get weird and
people get freaked by anything that's not normal, and me and my baby epitomize not normal, right, babe?
We can't help it in society.
We can't help it.
Makes us more not normal.
They actually marginalize us, make us live in parking lots, and make us look even weirder. It's like, can you get weirder than living in a parking lot in your car? Maybe.
Kind of ostracize a couple
definitely
of people
on the edge.
And knock them back and make it impossible for them to
have
any stability at all.
Normal. We're tired of it. We're kind of grumping about it.
When they're like not normal. Right.
It's like, excuse me, we told you from the beginning we're not normal, and now you like expect us to be normal, and you're making a big thing out of it and not publishing us, punishing us. I wouldn't mind if they'd publish us.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. But instead they're punishing us, and my baby said he wants to go to the school tomorrow, and he's like, why in the fuck can we not cook out at the college right now? Like in their microwaves out there. Why can we not be at the college right now? Why? What is it about? I don't know. Because Tony ate a donut, babe, and he wasn't on the agenda. And those are really like the excuses, and the silliness is disruptive. And that's the reason we're off campus, hun. It's not because of some legitimate complaint. It's because I was making legitimate complaints against the powers that be out there, and they don't like it. And we were bringing our cameras there and documenting this shit, and we're posting it and sharing it with the few people who are watching it. But thank goodness our numbers are going up, right, babe?
Yeah. We need the wood. We always need the wood.
We've known that if we can just hang in there long enough, the Japanese are gonna